Hey everybody, welcome to your Aquarius horoscopes for the first week of October, the 1st through the 7th. No planets technically in Aquarius this week. Now, Pluto is moving farther away from the cusp, so we're really not feeling the effects of what's going on with him this week, which is good because it's kind of a lot. However, Saturn is just moving closer and closer and closer to that cusp, 1 degree Pisces, which means it's technically on the Aquarius cusp at this time. Next week, we'll be on the true cusp. And in a couple of weeks after that, we'll be full on in Aquarius. And we are definitely feeling the effects of that, good, bad, or indifferent, depending on what they are. We're going to start actually by looking at Saturn's opposition with Venus. Focus continues to be on the mind and how the mind works, which is interesting for Aquarians. I mean, we're very mind-driven people. You could say we're mental, okay? But everything that drives us is thoughts and thought processes. And Saturn really is all about, because it's retrograde, it's all about reminding you of your own responsibility to your head, to your mind, to your own mental health in some ways. You know, a lot of mental health issues, not saying that all of them are, but a lot of them are fueled by our own obsession, our own obsessing over things that we have no control over, our whole worrying about things that we have no control over, or worrying about things that we do have control over, but instead of taking the control, we just worry, which does nothing. There's no control in that. So with Saturn putting that responsibility back on us, Saturn's basically saying, hey, you know, yeah, your brain may do this automatically, but that doesn't mean that you have to let it keep doing that, right? His opposition with Venus is a little bit of a challenge because Venus is all about creativity, all about seeing things the way you want to see them. We're talking about focus on long-term goals here. Too much time overthinking anything is going to devastate you actually getting done. And this is the Aquarian curse. I always tell people we are brilliant. We can come up with ideas. We can solve any problem in the world with our heads. Actually following through and doing something about it, that's the challenge. And this challenge is really written in this opposition. When the moon earlier on in the week, when the moon is in conjunction with Uranus and Saturn is squared with Uranus at this time, this is a much bigger challenge. So luckily it does break up throughout the week, but Uranus's focus really is on your day-to-day schedule. Basically, your overthinking is taking up too much time and you're not productive. You're not getting anything done. Make sure that you manage that this week as best you can. We also have a trine. Saturn is in a trine with Mars, which about Thursday, the Wednesday, Thursday is a grand trine when the moon moves into trine with Saturn at the same time. Grand trine energy is fabulous. I always love it. In fact, I actually have one in my chart from when I was born. I was born with not one, but 2 grand trines. Thank you very much in my chart. It's very immense energy going towards whatever it is that you're putting that energy towards. And the moon's focus really is on our relationship with our finances. It's very important to check in to see what kind of relationship you have with your finances, because if it's not a healthy one or not a good one or not a productive one, you might want to do some relationship maintenance there. Otherwise, it's just not going to change. It's going to stay the same your whole life. And how many people do you know that have stayed in the same mental the same place in terms of their relationship with their finances? Wow. Okay, having trouble talking at this particular point right now. It is a big deal. If you don't check in, you don't see that there's a problem and you can't fix the problem. So that is definitely something that you want to take into consideration this week for sure. And that grand trine is really going to help you with that, bringing that financial focus in, even for a day, helps you make the changes that you have really been needing to make in order to be financially successful. A lot of times, our financial success is based on whether or not our thoughts are moving in the direction of success or failure. A lot of times we look at, we are in a financial problem and our brains are going, there's no way we're getting out of this problem. And the minute you say there's no way this is going to happen, that's the minute that you have absolutely no power over the situation. And once you lose the power over the situation, that's pretty much it, you know. You can't fix the problem. And the whole point in life, when you are faced with a problem, is to provide a solution to it. Fighting against money isn't going to work. Hating money isn't going to work. Finding some new avenues of income, that's definitely a good start. So lots of stuff going on for you Aquarians this week, including myself. But that, we'll just leave it there. That's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do click the link in the description and send me a coffee. I would really appreciate the support. If you're listening rather than viewing, that's ko-fi.com/heavy metal psychic. Also check out heavymetalpsychic.com. Lots of really cool stuff going on, including a whole new website coming up in a couple of weeks. You don't want to miss that. I'm Melissa Bruce, Heavy Metal Psychic. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next week. And in the meantime, take power over that relationship with your finances. It is up to you guys. I will see you next week. Make it a great week, everybody.